Hey everyone and welcome again. Today I will continue talking about how to calculate using lower and upper bound. So this question today will be given to one decimal place. We want, when I round the lower and upper bound, I want to round it to the one decimal place, and I need to get my number. So let's start. 8.5 plus 3.6 divided by 6.8. Okay, I need to find the lower and the upper bound for all the numbers, then I will do the calculation. So to one decimal place, as I said, you can either do 0.1 divided by 2. This is my first decimal place. I will put 1 in place of it and divide it by 2. I'll get 0.05. Or you can put all zeros and at the end 5. Either ways are correct. So for my 8.5, my lower bound is 8.45 when I subtract 0.05, and when I add 0.05 I get 8.55. Now when I round 8.45 to one decimal place, I will get 8.5, but the upper bound is not included. 3.6, my lower bound and my upper bound. My lower bound for 3.6 is 3.55. My upper bound is 3.65. For my last number, 6.8, my lower bound is 6.75 and my upper bound is 6.85. I want to put a line so you will not get confused. Okay, now we'll do the lower and upper bound. So here it's 0.1 divided by 2, which is equal to 0.05. Okay, so now my lower bound for the whole calculation. So the up part will be lower, and since it's addition, it's lower added by lower. So 8.45 plus 3.55 divided by the upper of 6.8, which is 6.85. And my answer is 1.75. For my upper bound, the upper for the addition 8.55 upper plus the upper of 3.6, which is 3.65, divided by the lower 6.75, and my upper bound is 1.81. This is for the first example. I'll do another one. Okay, now I have 100.0 divided by 50.0 minus 40.0 all squared. Now all squared, I said it doesn't matter. Why? Because 50.0 minus 40.0 multiplied by another one of 50.0 minus 40.0. So when we multiply, the same, lower multiplied by lower, upper multiplied by upper. But here I have subtraction. It doesn't matter. For the subtraction, you will do the upper first. If I want the upper bound, this one will be upper, the 50 will be upper, and the 40 will be lower. So it will not affect my answer. Now I will tell you how we will do this. First, I need to find the lower and upper for this value. 100. My lower bound is 99.95. My upper 100.05. for my 50, my lower bound is 49.95. My upper is 50.05. My last number 40.0. The lower bound is 39.95 and my upper 40.05. Now I can find the lower and upper bound for the calculation. For my lower bound, I want the lower for the 100, which is 99.95, divided by the upper. Now upper for multiplication is upper multiplied by hour. It's done. Now the upper for the subtraction. The first one is upper, but the second number, I want the lower one. This is the rule for subtracting. Squared. You will get 0.98. That's it. Pretty simple, right? For the upper bound, my upper for the 100 is 100.05. And the lower for the down part. My lower of the 50, 49.95 minus the upper for the 40.05 all squared, and it's 1.02. That's it. Just follow the rule. You don't need to think, you don't need to do anything. Just follow the rule. It's simple as that. We will do another example. Okay, now for my third example, I want to take it to two significant figure. Because to two significant figure, I don't have a rule to follow like the whole number. It's plus minus 0.5. For one decimal place, it's plus minus 0.05 for all the number. But in two significant figure, it is different. Okay, so let's start. First, I will take easy numbers, then we will go to the difficult ones. 4,800 multiplied by 240. Now to two significant figure. For 4,800, where is my second significant figure? It's the 8, right? This is my first, and this is my second. And third, fourth. So my second significant figure, it's 8. It's 800. So I will put 1 in place of 8, 0, 0, divided by 2, which is equal 50. So for this number, I will add and subtract 50. Now my lower bound will be 4,750. And for my upper bound, 4,850. This is for 4,800. Now for the 240, this is my first, this is my second figure. So it's 40. So what I will do, it's 10 divided by 2, which is equal 5. So I will add and subtract 5. So my lower bound for the 240 is 235. And my upper bound is 245. Now I can calculate my upper and lower bound. Okay, the lower bound, since it's multiplication, lower multiplied by lower. 4,750 multiplied by 235, which is 111,650. And for the upper bound, it's upper multiplied by upper, and it's 118,850. In two significant figures, see, it is different for the two number. I will not add and subtract the two number. I will not add and subtract for the two number the same. See, for the 4,850, it's 50. But for the 240, it's 5. So let's take other example, and it's also for two significant figure. Okay. Now my numbers are 4.2 divided by 0.031. Also to two significant figure. Now for my 4.2, when it's decimal, and here I have it two significant figure. This is my second figure, which is the 2, and the 4 is the 1. So it's 0.1 divided by 2, and it's 0.05. Like the one decimal place, it's the same. Now for the second number, my second figure, it's the 1. You know the zeros are not counted. This is my second significant figure. Okay, which is 0.001 divided by 2. I'll get 0.0005. So different. Now for the 4.2, my lower bound, my upper bound. My lower bound for 4.2, it's 4.15. My upper bound is 4.25. And for my 0.031, my lower bound is 0.0305. My upper bound is 0.0315. And now for the whole calculation, which is the easiest part, my lower bound is lower divided by what? Upper. And for my upper bound, it's upper divided by lower. And this is 131.75. And the answer here 139.34. That's it. One more example. Two more example, not one. Okay. I have 100.0 divided by 4.5 multiplied by 6.0. Lower and upper for the 100. Two significant figure. This is my first one. This is my second. Which is what? 10 divided by 2, 5. So my lower bound, it's 95. My upper bound is 105. This is my first number. My 4.5, now we did 4.2, so it's the same. My lower bound, my upper bound. What we will do, plus minus 0.05. It's 4.45 and 4.55. And the 6.0, it's the same as 4.5. My lower bound is 5.95. My upper bound is 6.05. Just let me make this clear. It's 5.95. Now, for my whole calculation, my lower bound is lower for the above number 95 divided by, since it's multiplication, upper 4.55 multiplied by 6.05. and my answer is 3.45. Now for the upper bound of the whole calculation, it's upper divided by lower. 4.45 multiplied by 5.95, and it's 3.97. Just follow the rule and you will find it very, very easy. My last question and I will end for today. Okay, it's 180 divided by 7.3 minus 4.5. 180. My lower, my upper. What it is? I will add and subtract 5. 10 divided by 2. 175. 185. Plus minus 5. Okay. My 7.3. We did it before. 2 decimal place, 0.05. 7.25. And my upper is 7.35. Plus minus 0.05. Okay, 4.5. We did it before this question. It was 4.5, right? Yes. So 4.5, it is same as previous example. Okay. So now my lower bound for the whole calculation, it's lower, 175 divided by, for the subtraction, I want upper, the down part, so it's upper first, minus a lower of 4.5, which is 4.45. And my answer is 60.34. For the upper, it's upper above 185 divided by lower. So for the lower, for the subtraction, the first one is lower, but my second number is upper, 4.55. So my upper bound is 68.52. And that's it for today. If you didn't subscribe, please subscribe for the channel and like the video. And thanks for watching.